Welcome to Cloud Auto Service. In this video, we will go over some of the things new shops may find useful to set up right away. If you would like to skip around to a specific section, you can use the timestamps in the video to navigate to that specific area. Basically, to access all of the information to set up your new shop, you can go to the Management Tools section in the upper right corner of your screen. From here, you select Shop Setup, and you can see we have a bunch of different options to select from. We'll start from the top and work our way down. First up is accounts. So accounts are if you're dealing with a large business as a customer with multiple fleet vehicles. You can set up that business's information and then tie every single one of their vehicles to this one account. Next up are the mechanics section. From here, you can set up your mechanics that you have that work on the vehicles. Simply just click Add New to add a new mechanic. Enter in the mechanic's information, their hourly work times, as well as their pay. If you would like the mechanic to be able to log into the system using their own login, you can simply do that by entering in an email and allowing login. If the mechanic is a seasonal hire, you can select a start and end date of their employment. Once you are past the end date day, then they will no longer be allowed to log into the system and they will no longer be allowed to work on jobs that are in the shop. Once you're happy with creating the new mechanic information, simply click the active checkbox in the upper right corner right here, and then click Save and Exit. It will then add the mechanic to your mechanics list, and you will be able to select that mechanic when creating new work orders. Next up is the oil change setup section. From here, you can select all of the oil weights that your shop deals in. If you don't see an oil weight that is set up by default, you can either select from a predetermined list of oil weights that we have, or you can simply manually enter in the oil weight yourself. You can also select a preferred oil manufacturer, and you can edit the existing oil weights that you have by clicking on the Edit button. From here, you can adjust the labor and the parts pricing of the oil. You can then update the changes, or you can just simply delete the oil. Next up is the revise screen. We have our own independent tutorial video on how to edit and customize the revise screen to your liking. By default, every shop comes with this set of buttons for the revise screen. But say, for instance, if your shop doesn't do CV axles, you can easily take that button out and change it to another function by following along in this tutorial video. Next up is service riders. Service riders are very similar to the mechanics section. Simply just add new, enter in the service rider information, allow the service rider to log in and access the system, and the one difference is you can give different access levels to the service riders. Level 1, as you can see with the pop-up, can only write new tickets. You can go all the way down to level 7, which is essentially admin access that allows the user to be able to access all levels of the system. Once you're happy with the changes, you can simply click Save and Exit, as long as you have the active button checkmarked. And it'll save the user's information so that the service rider can then create work orders for you. Next up is Shop Setup. From here, you can access all of the baseline shop information that is required, such as the name of your shop, your address, your phone number, email, bar number, EPA number, etc. You can also set up your shop's hours of operation. You can set up this default disposal costs as well as recommendation items. Once you're happy with all of the changes that you've made on this page, you can simply click Save Data, and it will save all the changes on this page. Next up is the tire shop setup. If you're a shop that deals in the mounting and installation of tires, then you can set up your valve stems, alignment, balance items, the mount labor, the tire disposal fee, your tire tax, and if you guys offer a warranty, you can set up your warranty here as well. Next up is the Setup TuneUp Pricing section. This is for easy one-click job creations for different vehicles, if you charge a flat rate to be able to do tune-ups on a customer's vehicle, you can set these up right here just by clicking Add Tune-Up Type. You can enter in the type, your labor, and your part cost, and then click Insert to add it into your work order list. Once you're done with all the changes on this page, simply click Save and Exit to save all the changes. Next up is the warehouse lists. This section is useful for shops that store inventory in off-site locations. From here, you can enter in the name of the warehouse as well as the address, and any notes and additional information that is required to be able to distinguish the differences between multiple warehouses or locations that you store in inventory. Once you're happy with all the changes, you can simply click Save and Exit, and then it will get added into your inventory section where you can then manage all of your inventory either remotely or on site in the inventory management section. Next up is the advertising and coupons. This section is useful for shops that want to be able to categorize reasons for visits when customers come in, as well as be able to add and create coupons where they can give loyal customers discounts. You can, from here, select the start and end date for your coupons if they are limited time events only. You can select the dollar value or percent value or both, as well as a little description that details what the coupon does. You can also edit existing adverts as well as deleting existing adverts. Once you're happy with all of the changes, you can simply click Save Information, and it will save all the changes on this page. Next up is the estimate checklist. Here, you'll be able to edit and adjust the estimations for the checklist that will appear at the bottom of work order pages that you print out for the customer. This can also be used as a separate estimate checklist that you can give to the customers independent of the work orders that are performed. Next up is the PartsTech data and purchasing stores. Keep in mind that these two sections are in beta, so the information is subject to change, but for right now, what you would like to do is set up the PartsTech data button and enter in your PartsTech username and API key. If you don't have a PartsTech account, you can simply click here to sign up, and it will redirect you to the PartsTech sign up page, where you can then create a free account with PartsTech and have a follow-along video that PartsTech has created to be able to access your API key, which you can then copy and paste into our section here, along with your username, to be able to get seamless integration with PartsTech. If you're unfamiliar with what PartsTech is a company that allows the connection between your shop management software and third-party parts sellers such as Napa, AutoZone, O'Reilly, etc. That's about everything that the management tools section has to offer, and hopefully you can get your new shop set up and get ready to work. If you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us via the tech support number in the top right of the screen. We are available 24/7. Have a good day. Goodbye.